Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, May 7th, 2018. Looking at precipitation over the past 14 days, pretty much the entire Great Basin has seen precipitation of some sort. However, if you look at the image on the right, which shows how that compares to normal, you can see that most areas are below normal. It's kind of a change that we're a little wetter across the south and the north, but it's been the driest across the north and the western parts of the Great Basin over the past 14 days. Satellite this morning shows a low pressure system, a weak low pressure system moving out of the Great Basin with high pressure in its wake. So for today we are looking at excellent mixing across the majority of the area, with the exception of portions of western Nevada where we will see a little bit lower mixing. And looking in more detail, you can see that the transport winds are strongest across the east, and this morning that mixing height image is not available. As we move into Tuesday, that high pressure shifts a little bit to the east, leading to a decrease in mixing across the eastern part of the Great Basin and improvement across the western part of the area. Looking in a little more detail, you can see the mixing heights are pretty good across the area, but our transport winds are quite light. As we move into Wednesday, that low pressure system slowly makes its way into the Great Basin. That will lead to great mixing across the entire area. And looking at that in a little more detail, you can see those really excellent mixing heights and pretty strong transport winds on Wednesday. So looking at the next 3 days, as far as the forecast clearing index from the Salt Lake Weather Service office, you can see that Tuesday will be the day with the poorest mixing, with an improvement on Wednesday. Looking at 3-day precipitation accumulations, really not much expected across the Great Basin. As we move into Thursday, we still do keep that low pressure system overhead. We will see good to excellent mixing across the majority of the area, with the exception of some pockets of lower mixing values across portions of Nevada and Utah. On Friday, that low pressure system still hasn't made much progress. It's in pretty much the same place, and we'll see another similar day on Friday. Moving into Saturday, another very similar day with that low pressure system overhead, and although the ventilation index is not available for Saturday, it would be much the same as on Friday. And finally on Sunday, that low pressure system finally starts to make its way out of the area, and we are looking at another day of good to excellent mixing across the area. In the 4 to 5 day period, things are a little wetter, with some precipitation expected across portions of Utah, Nevada, and Idaho.